Fraser, what are you doing?
Well, I'm driving.
This is not driving, this is walking in a vehicle.
I'm going to posted limit.
That is my point. Nobody goes the posted limit. You keep this up, we'll get smacked from behind, and then I'll have to explain to my father why the car got wrecked while the Mountie was driving it after he dragged it here from Arizona like a dozen eggs.
You must say hello to your father for me, by the way.
Look, you can do that yourself. He's staying out at this trailer park out in Skokie. Although he doesn't know if he can hack the winter.
And how's your mother?
She can hack the winter. She comes in every day to iron my shirts.
Well, what a thoughtful gesture.
You kidding? Crispy shirts? Look like I work in a bank?
That's a bad thing, I take it?
Yeah, I mean, it clashes with my,
persona? Aura? Style?
Exactly. And style counts, Fraser. Like what you're doing right now, this is anti-style.
You just asked me to be careful.
Careful, not stationary. Stop the car, let me show you how to do it.
Well, I've ridden with you many times, Ray.
Ridden, yes. Studied, no. Learned, no. Stop the car.
As you wish.
Okay, good driving is like a vocation. Part brains, part magic, part guts, part ESP. Watch the shoulder.
What's that?
Clothing adjustment.
I see.
You gotta be able to sense things.
Mm-hmm.
Like the lights, okay? I'm sensing 3, 2, 1. Go!
Ray, you have just violated at least a half a dozen traffic laws. Ray, stop.
What? I just got going.
Criminals.
Criminals?
They're trying to kill. Gentlemen, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to stop.
Chicago PD! Stop right there!
Show me your badge.
You show me yours.
You first.
You!
Immigration naturalization. Stop that man!
Hey! My car! They're shooting up the streets. How are we supposed to know it's not gang-related?
Gangs? Aaron look ganged up to you? You got gangs of fat-ass 40-year-old white guys running around out there I don't know about?
Okay, mob. Something. How the hell are we supposed to know?
Maybe because I'm shoving a badge in your face. Maybe because I'm running full out chasing a felon and yelling INS at the top of my lungs. Maybe because I could have capped you.
I could have capped you, pal.
Gentlemen, please. This is not a schoolyard.
Sir, if I may, we seem to be missing a couple of salient points here.
Yeah. 1, a car got stolen. B, my car.
Yeah, that's gonna cost me a lot of sleep. Considering the guy you helped get away as a guy tried to kill me.
Well, since the man who stole Ray's car and the man who tried to kill you are one and the same, I would suggest that we share a common goal. And in a spirit of judicial cooperation, perhaps we should consider pooling our resources and our information.
What's wrong with him?
He's Canadian.
Oh. Look, I got lots of information on the guy we're looking for. What do you got?
I got the license number.
Very little escapes his eye.
Franny, put out an APB. License number WE761. Black 1967 double-barrel carb GTO.
What is it with you guys and cars? What do you all have, your brains stuck behind your zippers or something? I mean, excluding you, of course.
Oh, thank you.
What is that? What does that stand for? GTO. Great throbbing...
No, Franny, it's grand, what is it again, Fraser?
Gran Turismo Homologato.
Right, GTO. Okay, now hit the keys, please, Franny. Thank you.
Raymond!
Dad.
Look what I found in the wrecking yard.
You got Ram Air 4 camshaft?
Mint, too. Let's go put it on. What? Something happened to the car?
Are you kidding? That car is my life. No, I just took it in for some detailing.
Detailing?
Yeah. That's where they make it, look new again.
It already looks like new.
Yeah, but these guys, they make it look newer and new. They're good at that. They use this little toothbrush and whatnot, and I mean... Let me drop this off, and I'll get you a coffee for the way home. We'll get a coffee.
Jerome Lafayette was a friend. At least we thought he was.
There's been a lot of Haitian immigration to the city lately. Most of it legal, some of it not so legal.
They live in a kind of enclave, very insular, very wary of outsiders. Lafayette carries some weight in the community. He's a priest.
Oh, like Father Malone?
More like Papa Shango.
What do you mean, like voodoo?
It's Vodun, actually, or in Haiti it's known as Loa. It's a religion that derives from African Yoruban beliefs.
He was our connection to the community.
What do you mean, he was like your sniff? I mean, your scratch?
Do you perhaps mean snitch?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, so you did.
We've been closing in on some of the sweatshops. Jerome called, wanted to meet us down in the projects. Cloak and dagger all of a sudden. But he's always been a square guy, so we go. 6 guys with guns waiting for us.
And you're sure it was Mr. Lafayette who betrayed you?
Only one knew we'd be there.
Pitter patter, let's get at her. Let's find that car.
Gentlemen? You all right?
I lied to my dad.
About the car?
Yeah.
I see.
Look, don't tell me I should have been honest with him, Fraser, because I lied to him for his own good.
You lied to him for his own good?
Well, yeah, you don't know my parents. I mean, they're like little kids in old bodies. They live in this weird world. They talk back to the television. They buy stuff from infomercials. I just try to protect them.
I can understand that.
Oh, so you understand lying?
No, not the lying, no. But I can understand wanting to protect your father. I've often wished that I could have protected my father.
This is Voodoo-ville. We're about as popular as the INS down here.
Well, these people have good reason to fear authority, Ray. Their history is one of domination, first by the colonial powers, and then a series of brutal dictators who repress the people with strong-arm tactics and turn their religion against them. Good day. Hello?
Chicago PD, we're looking for Jerome Lafayette.
Jerome didn't come home last night.
You must be very worried about him.
Jerome's gonna be all right. He's close to the lower.
To the what?
The gods, Ray.
Well, that's great. Just tell us where the gods are so we can find them.
The gods are everywhere.
Look, this isn't a joke, lady. Your husband is in a lot of trouble. Grand theft auto and some stupid federal charges.
Assault with a deadly weapon and attempted murder, actually.
And the car.
And the car.
Look, so if I were you, I'd start telling us everything you know about this, because if you don't...
Mr. Policeman! There's a document called the Constitution of the United States of America. Have you read this document?
Well, no, my eyes are kind of bad, so
See anything in this document that gives you the right to come to this lady's house and treat her like she's some dirt on your boot?
No, ma'am, we don't.
Well, then you should both leave.
Look, lady, I am a cop, and
Ray, the detective would like to apologize for his tone.
I would?
Yes, you would, Ray. He meant no disrespect. My name is Constable Benton Fraser.
You first came to Chicago on the trail of the killers of your daddy, and you stayed. So did your daddy.
Very perceptive. You would be...
Lala. Some call me Mama Lala. I work with Jerome.
At the shipping depot?
No, in his other work.
His Vodun work. Well, perhaps you could help us find Jerome.
Jerome Lafayette don't need to be found by you.
You don't think he'd like to return to his family?
When he's good and ready.
I see. I understand. Well, thank you. Ray. Thank you kindly for your time.
Okay, this is great. So how do we find the car? How the hell do we find this car?
All in good time, Ray. All in good time. Good day, gentlemen.
Jerome? Oh, he's a wonderful man. He's an excellent worker. Never late, never a problem. That's why I couldn't understand why he didn't show up today. I figured it must have something to do with his religious work or something.
So you're aware of his involvement with the Vaudou?
Oh, certainly, yeah. Yeah, I was born and raised in New Orleans. I'm very familiar with Obia, with voodoo, with Loa. I grew up with all that stuff. And it's not a bad thing. It's actually quite fascinating. It's helps people to understand certain strange situations. Keeps things settled down. At least Jerome did. Is he really in trouble? In real trouble?
Big time.
Geez, I don't know what I'm gonna do without him.
You have no idea where he might be?
I don't know, for all I know, he could be in Haiti. Eduardo, what are you doing here? Why are you back so soon?
I feel better working.
Oh, man. Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
If there's anything I can do for you, let me know, you understand?
Thank you, Mr. Dutton.
Okay, you take care now.
Thank you.
His wife died 6 days ago. Back to work already. Having a hard time, particularly with Jerome not around.
Why's that?
Well, when one has a loss, one seeks the comfort of a priest. Jerome's a good man. You sure he did something bad?
Thank you kindly for your time.
All right, no problem, Jim.
Some help. I mean, how in hell is that gonna help? Let me find my car. You sure this is it?
Well, Eduardo would have no reason to lie. And Mama Lola was practicing for the 9-night ritual for his wife. If not, Mr. Lafayette is as important as everyone says he is, it'll be his duty to attend.
Still, it doesn't look like a church.
Well, a church isn't simply a building, Ray. It's a state of mind.
Folks, Chicago PD, Jerome Lafayette, you are under arrest.
Leave him and leave this church.
I'm afraid you'll have to come with us, Mr. Lafayette.
Look, you want to tell me where my car is?
I don't remember.
Not good enough.
I was frightened. I got off at Lakeshore, somewhere near the projects. I think maybe I left it on Latimer or Western.
Latimer? You left my car on Latimer, unguarded? They eat cars up on Latimer. Stick them in the lockup till the feds get here.
A wolf.
The half-wolf, actually.
The interesting half.
the wild half that speaks to me.
He does seem to respond to you.
An understanding of wild things is important in my work.
I assume you're not speaking of your work at the shipping depot.
No. My real work.
Vaudin. Hey, interesting use of the flash powder at the ceremony today. Perhaps a bit obvious.
There's showmanship in any religion.
True enough.
What the hell was that noise? What is she doing?
She's placing a curse on your station.
In here, who would notice? Go with Constable Fraser, put this man in a holding cell. I'll tell the feds we got their man.
Hey, you guys. Do you think this curse thing really affects me? I mean, I'm just a civilian aide and all.
She cursed everyone who works here, and you work here, so.
Right.
Listen, I've heard of people just giving up and dying after they've been cursed.
Yeah, but that's a mind over matter thing, all right? There's nothing real to that.
Hey, you're killed by a gun, you're killed by your mind, you're still dead.
Is that true?
No. Your mind kills you, it's just psychosomatic.
Okay, so you're not really dead.
Right, you just think you are. I think.
No, not my car. Come on. Come on.
Thank you.
I'm good.
It's not very comfortable, I'm afraid.
I have been in far less comfortable places, Constable. As have you.
As have I. May I ask you a question? Did Vaudin have anything to do with the attempt on the lives of Agents Goodfellow and Aaron Gobra?
I have been a hound gun since I was 25. It is very early to become a priest in my country. From my earliest days, I have been taught to revere all life and to do no harm. Does that answer your question?
Then you didn't try to kill them.
Does it matter?
Jerome, you have a wife and a daughter. Don't you want to return to them?
You saw my daughter?
No. I saw her photograph in your apartment.
There's nothing more I can say.
You've got a lot more you can say. Like, where is my car and how come I'm being followed by skeletons?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, then you can sit right there till you figure it out. How does that sit with you?
It's fine. I won't be in here long.
Coffee, Jack. You want one?
Black, no cream.
It's working.
What's working?
The curse! Look!
Well, you know, Francesca, there have been lunchroom incidents before. I don't think a curse is the obvious...
Fraser, I can feel it. Right here. Can you feel it?
I feel something.
It's like a dark hole burning its way through my heart.
You know, Francesca, it's best not to get worked up about this. You see, our minds have the capacity to transfer...
No, it's a curse. We have to do something.
Yeah, like lock you up in one of them rooms with the rubber furniture.
Vecchio, Constable Fraser. Where is he?
Oh my God, it's a werewolf.
No, it's not a werewolf. It's Diefenbaker. My companion is half-wolf.
What's his problem?
Well, I'm not sure. Although he did eat some lard at the consulate kitchen. Usually, though, that just leads to flatulence.
Flatulence?
Farting, Ray. Oh, dear.
All right, what can you tell me?
Well, he's dead.
I know he's dead. What about an autopsy?
Mort does the autopsies, and he's out of town for a couple days.
What about a cause of death?
Looks to me like his heart stopped beating.
Why did his heart stop beating?
Maybe he was sick or something.
Maybe he was sick or something?
Maybe. Mort could probably tell you more.
Look, Mort's not here. You're here, and I need an expert opinion.
If you're looking for a bunch of words like myocardial acidosis or whatever, you're asking the wrong person.
Don't play games with me.
No, she's not. Mert happens to be an expert in the field, though the field has nothing to do with medicine. We remain very proud of her as a member of our cleaning staff. You'll get a full investigation.
Who was the last to see him?
It was I.
So that pretty much rules out foul play?
Unless someone got in there after the constable.
Oh, no, Diefenbaker was there the entire time.
You think the wolf did it?
Diefenbaker would not have allowed anyone to harm Mr. Lafayette. I can assure you of that.
Oh, that's great. Guy dies and we're not supposed to worry about it because the last person to see him has a red suit. And we got a dog for a witness.
He's a wolf, actually.
We'll send somebody to get the body. We've got medical techs who work all night.
Dief. Have it your own way.
Oh, wonderful.
It is quite beautiful, isn't it? You know, Lieutenant, I think it might be a good idea to have someone assigned to watch the body.
Watch the body? What do you think, it's going to turn into a zombie or something?
Possibly.
Let me see if I got this straight. Somewhere during the course of the night, Jerome Lafayette, who for all intents and purposes was dead, got up off a gurney, then wandered the halls unnoticed by half a dozen or so police officers and walked out of the building. That about the size of it?
That's very good. You guys are something else. You screwed up our arrest, killed our prisoner, and now you've lost the body.
Well, not lost. No. It'll
misplaced.
It'll turn up. You know, bodies have a habit of doing that.
Yeah, unless, of course, they've been zombified, in which case they walk the earth with a strange demeanor looking...
I wish I could share your confidence, Lieutenant, but I think Agent Gabra and I will handle it from here.
I can't let you do that.
Oh, you can't?
Mm-hmm. And it's personal.
Personal?
Very personal for all three of us.
Yeah, I have to think of the reputation of this station.
And I have to locate the whereabouts of my lifelong companion.
I gotta find my car. It's a classic.
It's in here somewhere. Okay, here it is. Okay, so you take the cow's blood and you mix it with the graveyard dirt.
Graveyard dirt?
Yeah, you get up in the graveyard at midnight.
Yeah, and I got the blood at Tony's Cold Meats, so it's nice and fresh.
You guys are out of your minds. Voodoo is a religion. You can't learn it from a book.
Oh, yeah? What about the Bible?
That's different.
Look, we're not hurting anybody, okay? It's a precautionary thing.
Okay, so now we need the powder.
Vecchio!
Yes, sir.
What's all this paraphernalia?
Okay, this is anti-curse paraphernalia, okay? You got your graveyard dirt, some special powder, and some cow's blood, which I'm not absolutely sure about because it seems to indicate here that we're supposed to drink it, which just...
I want all this stuff out of my station, immediately.
Yeah, but what about the curse?
It's not out of here in 2 seconds. You'll face the curse of unemployment.
Yeah, but...
Oh! Sorry, this.
Sorry. See? It's getting worse.
Okay, come on. Let's pour the blood in the skull.
Do it!
Shouldn't I let it breathe a little?
Just pour
Do it!
All right, okay.
Raymond! I didn't think you were here. Didn't see the car in a lot.
I know. You see, the car got
what?
Boring. You know, driving in every day, so I'm trying to get some exercise.
Exercise?
Yeah, you know, so a couple mornings a week, I run in, it gets the cardio going. It's...
You're running your work clothes?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's cold and it warms them up.
Okay. Well, I'll pick up the camshaft. I swing by your place.
No, because that's way too much trouble. Why don't you just wait for a day when I have the car here?
What about tomorrow? You can't have it here tomorrow?
Sure, Dad. Tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow it is then. See ya.
Kind of kicks the hell out of your ego. People treat you like you got a bad smell. Perhaps we should go in alone. Good idea.
Maybe we should take a shower.
The guy's dead, Fraser. I don't really think he's going to be coming home for a visit.
Well, if he was dead, that would be true.
You don't really give into this zombie stuff, do you? Because personally, I don't. But you, that would be un-Mountie-like and unlogical.
Depends on what you mean by zombie, right?
Dead guy walking.
No, that would be highly unlikely. There are, however, certain drugs. For example, the gland secretions of the booga toad. They're 100 times more powerful than digitalis, or the pufferfish, which contains a tetrodotoxin. Either of these would allow an individual to create a very convincing impression of death.
Good enough to fool you?
It's virtually undetectable.
So you think he's faking it?
It would account for his leaving and for Diefenbaker's disappearance.
Why is the wolf hanging with the dead guy?
Mr. Lafayette has a very powerful presence. Diefenbaker's responding to that.
You are not needed here.
We thought we could help.
Can you find Jerome?
Mr. Gutman, we are trying, yes.
I just stopped by, see if I could be of any help to Lisa.
It's very thoughtful.
Mr. Gutman has been very good to both Jerome and to myself.
You only have the one other room?
If you're looking for Jerome, I can assure you you're not going to find him here.
Mind if I look around?
May I ask why you're doing this, Detective?
No.
Are you satisfied?
They're never satisfied.
I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am. We are just trying to help.
We don't need your help. We're doing fine as we are.
No, I'm sure you are. In the meantime, I'd like to thank you for feeding Diefenbaker. I hope that this will cover it. Oh, by the way, Mrs. Lafayette, is your daughter home?
She's at school.
And a good thing, too. Oh, in the words of Plato, a soul takes nothing with it to the other world, save its education and its culture. Thank you kindly.
Fraser, what was that feeding Diefenbaker stuff?
I detected his scent the moment we entered the apartment.
Well, that means Lafayette was in there, too.
Almost certainly.
Well, let's go back there and bust him for harboring a fugitive.
We have no proof.
We got proof, Fraser. You smelt the dog. Smelt the dog. Fraser, I think I've been working with you too long.
Yeah, sure, Fraser. I'll check it out. Okay.
You know what? I think we need more blood. All right, more blood, you said.
Yeah. We just might. Look.
Yeah.
See? It says right here.
What's that smell? Miss Vecchio, I seem to recall issuing an order regarding mumbo jumbo, as there will be no mumbo jumbo. Does that ring a bell?
Yes, sir.
All right, get rid of this stuff now. And you two, get back to work. I don't care what happened to their bus. Get them out of here. Forward, left, right, left, right, left.
Gutman's a weirdo.
I did detect a certain amount of tension in the apartment.
Runs a clean shop as far as we can tell.
As far as you can tell, why, you investigating him?
We investigate everybody. His name's come up a couple of times. Nothing concrete. Although a legitimate operation like Gutman's could be a good cover for a sweatshop. Give you a way to distribute the product. And the voodoo might be useful, too.
The voodoo? Yeah, he's kind of hyped on it.
Hyped on voodoo.
He did seem very knowledgeable.
He's what those in voodoo circles would refer to as a handgun.
Handgun?
That's what I said.
Ah, right.
Not a lot of white guys ever get that far into it.
Is that why he employed Jerome?
Yeah, I guess. Lafayette never talked that much about him.
Never talked about him at all.
Yeah, it's me. Where's Frage?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hey, Frage, that Lafayette girl, she didn't go to school today. She hasn't been there all week.
Thank you kindly, Francesca. I think perhaps we should have another conversation with Mrs. Lafayette.
Fireworks.
Dave.
Gun! Hold it right there, Lafayette.
Steve!
Steve's dead.
Good point, Ray.
Wow, 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 wow. Hey.
You all right?
Yeah.
You sure you're okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
The reason I ask is you're on fire.
Oh.
Another gimmick?
Well, the fire was real enough.
What are you saying? It was magic?
Lighter fluid. This may not sound particularly logical, Ray, but judging from the intense and immediate bond that he and Diefenbaker have formed, I'm inclined to believe that Jerome is trying to do the right thing.
But that includes stealing cars and taking pot shots at cops. He's got a lot to learn about civics, Fraser.
As usual, no one saw anything else, including the fire.
Hey, you know, you blink, you miss a big wall of fire. Look, he planned the whole deal. Escape route, everything.
Where'd you find this?
Fraser found it over there. There.
Leave this alone. You don't know what you're messing with.
I know that you're frightened, and that Mrs. Lafayette is frightened.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about Jerome's daughter.
Nobody's doing nothing to Marie.
Then perhaps I could see her. I can't let Jerome kill someone, or be killed himself. I don't think you could do that either.
I've been working on him. I've been working on him hard.
Gutman?
Huh. He's a broker.
Broker, like a stockbroker?
No, it's Bokor Ray, a practitioner of black magic.
Goodman uses voodoo to control the folks working in his sweatshops.
The dark side of Vodun.
Oh, and this is the light side?
You see, you fight the dark with the dark. I don't like it, but that's the only way it works. But Goodman's too strong for me. I can't control him. And Jerome won't.
Because Gutman has his daughter, and in exchange for her safety, Jerome was ordered to kill 2 federal agents. He's afraid.
So we gotta put a hurting on him.
What do you want, Lola?
To bring you this.
You doing this to me?
Jerome doing it.
He's bluffing. It'll cost him too much.
Maybe, maybe not. I'm just delivering the message.
Va, viens, Matichon. Alfez-vous tout.
He got the message.
Good.
Good?
Mr. Gutman now believes that Mr. Lafayette is no longer afraid of him.
So?
I wonder why. That should lead us to Marie.
You know, she's a sweet little girl. You know, and I'm gonna work it. You find his govy?
We will.
Govy, what's a govy?
It's a vessel in which he keeps his twin, or his spirits. It's symbolic of his power.
Loco, let's
go.
What's she doing? What is she doing laying down like that? Get her up, get her back to work. What is that? What does that look? What is that? What, you resent me? Is that it? Is that it? You all resent me? Don't you have any gratitude? What do you people want? What do you want? What do you want to go back home? You want to go back home? I'll send you back home. Right back to the Tonton Macoute with the long knives and the knock on the door in the middle of the night when they come in to take your babies away. Forever. Is that what you want? Get back to work.
Papa Loco,
Papa. Papa Shango.
What's the matter with them?
They're afraid.
Papa Shango revolté!
Papa Loco revolté!
Papa Shango revolté là!
Papa Loco revolté! Papa Loco revolté là!
Papa Shango revolté!
Onea!
Onea! Oh, Cornea! Papa Shango!
Papa Loco revolté là!
Allez, petit saillot!
Fraser, what are you doing?
It's Govey.
Tell me where my daughter is.
tell me now, or I will kill you.
Let Fred put the gun down.
He is an evil man.
You ain't gonna shoot me, Jerome. I've got your daughter. Listen to the boat car, Jerome.
Jerome, put the gun down. We can work this thing out.
Papa Loco.
What are you looking for?
The trigger mechanism. Yep, here we go.
Daddy?
Marie!
He's on his own recognizance. We should be able to cut him a good deal in return for his testimony. Shouldn't do any jail time. Detective? Agent? Constable? It's been a real slice.
Of what?
He's Canadian.
Right. Catch you later.
Raymond, pitter patter. Let's get at her. Daylight's burning.
Dad, I got, something to tell you.
What is it, son?
The car. It's not here. I lent it to a guy for the weekend so he could take photos of it for this magazine called, Black Old Classic Cars, so...
Look me in the eye and tell me that again. Police called your apartment while your mother was ironing shirts. You parked it beside a hydrant. I got it out of the pound. It's outside.
Thanks.
No, it's okay. You know, there's no need to lie to us, you know. Mother and I are fully functioning adults. We can handle the truth.
Remember that antique lamp that I said the cat broke? It was me.
Yeah, I know, son.
And that time after school where I had the black eye, that did not happen at the gym. That I got in a fight.
I know, son.
Remember when I was 14 and the station wagon went missing?
Yeah.
That was me.
You stupid son of a bitch.
Okay, so the curse is lifted. Well, what about the grass? That's not normal.
Oh, I just threw around some seeds and somebody started watering them.
So there was never a curse.
Oh, if it was that easy, everybody'd be doing it.
There was no curse.
I have to thank you, Constable.
There's no need. It's not necessary. Just make sure you keep your gros banage healthy.
And you.
Well, it's your decision. I mean, you are familiar with the concept of free will. It's up to you. Thank you kindly. You hungry? Get it yourself.